how the matrix, we'll just call it the matrix, how the matrix disempowers things. Because truth is an energy. And have you guys ever heard of the phrase casting pearls before swine? Okay. It's a story about your truth getting disempowered by ignorance. Okay. And this is, and let me talk a little bit more about what she's going deeper into what she's talking about. This is when we have a very deep spiritual level truth, and it becomes, what do you call it? It becomes not just manipulated, it becomes trivialized, which a lot of humans do to deep truths, which is why so many things just become, deep truths become anecdotal, which become not actually potent anymore because people really aren't showing up fully for what the meaning is. For example, the truth that we are all one. Okay. Now, that is a truth. That's a truth on a nesting doll level. But if people are on these other planes of existence, other nesting dolls, applying we are all one to that nesting doll layer, it becomes irrelevant. It becomes not true. It becomes questionable. It becomes a debate. It becomes, you see what I mean? Now, all of a sudden, complicated, complicated, complicated. Now you got to defend, defend, defend. You have to think real hard. You have to work real hard. No, 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 no. Right? But when you are actually saying those words from this outer nesting doll of who you are, and you are in the presence of another person that is in touch with that outer nesting doll of who they are, and you say those words, it becomes a profound sharing where you feel heard and seen. They really see you and hear you, and a deep connection has been made. And this is why the trivialization happens. They need this to happen because if we spoke truth to each other in deep ways and we heard it, it landed, and you feel seen and the person feels like they really saw you, deep connection happens. And then we're not as manipulatable. But as long as we're disconnected, full of anxiety, busy, in despair, avoiding our hopelessness, now we are easily triggerable and we're very easy herd to control. We're that herd of cattle and sheep. Okay? But when we're centered and calm in our bodies, in our hearts, in our truth, and we're sharing on these deep levels, the connections happen. We feel supported. We feel held, right? We feel how we're meant to feel, which is loved. We feel like we matter. We feel like we have a place in this world. And when we're like this in a community setting, it's powerful. We will ask the right questions. We are not as manipulatable. So, going back to this controlling agenda knows us more than we know ourselves. Unless we make a point to know thyself in this journey, it's going to know us more than ourselves. And that's on a human level, but also on the interdimensional level. If you think about it, on a human level, they have marketing down to a science. They have marketing down to a science. We are studied, people. They study us. I remember many years ago walking through the mall, I came across people that wanted to poll me. They're like, can I show you something and then ask you some questions about it? And I'm like, oh, yeah, sure, why not, right? They'll show me a movie trailer, and then they'll ask me, what do I think that movie's about? Does it seem like a movie that I'd want to see? They would ask all these questions. And what they were doing is that they were studying us in a meta way, not just me personally, but in a group way. They were studying the group, all the people that were exposed to this, how they thought and felt. Were they likely to go see the movie? Did they know what the movie was about? All these things. And you know what they found out is a lot of people, from seeing a video, they can show a trailer to somebody and they would be willing to see the movie even though they have no idea what it might be about. Now, that's important information, Because now they are touching on, oh, this kind of thing stimulates curiosity. This kind of thing stimulates this. This kind of thing stimulates that. Now we don't even need to let them know what the movie is about for them to get them to want to watch it. Okay? Folks, that was 30 years ago that happened, right? They have been studying us for many generations, for many decades. So please don't have any doubt that they know exactly how to push our buttons on a human level.